Hey everyone, happy Saturday. I have been sitting around for hours just surfing the web. It's about 12:30 or so now. And because I went to bed early last night, and then I woke up super early again, but I felt great. So what I've been watching is this on Netflix. And it is really, really cool. If you like video games at all, whether it was classic games or current games, this movie's got a whole lot of great stuff. So I really enjoyed watching it. And I got sucked in when I wasn't intending on sitting here for too long. So it's about an hour and 40 minutes. It's on Netflix. Check it out. Video Games the movie. I really liked it a lot. I'm leaving her behind.
This is what I get to do.
Hey, I'm heading to Spooky Empire, but it's funny, I stopped at Burger King for a minute to get a shake. And you can see the shake. And I totally shouldn't be having it, but the funny thing was, they asked, do you want whipped topping on it? We've gotten to that point where everything is so fake that they can't say whipped cream anymore. Now it's just whipped topping. Well, I've never been to Spooky Empire before. At this rate, probably be about half an hour before I walk over there, because we parked about a mile away from the place. Alright, we're finally here. Yep. Well, we're leaving already. Almost. We went into the wrong building. Although there's signs in there that say welcome, it's actually in the next building down. But nobody there to tell you. So that probably would have been helpful. Look at this. Impressive. Here you go, you always figured they'd be friends? Rock on, buddy. Oh man, it's the Umbrella Corporation. Straight out of Universal Studios. I got some Purge and Aliens. Or Predators, rather. Excuse me. Alright, now we're actually here. I can buy cash or credit. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Jaws has got quite a bit of attention. Here they have the Haunting. That's in Old Town. That's a really good haunted house. We're going to get to that at some point. I thought before Halloween, but maybe right after. That's pretty cool. Poison ivy.
Oh, you going?
Thanks.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a tattoo area. Let's see what people got going on. This guy's got some really nice work happening. Just random people. These are really sweet. That's awesome, Jason. It is super packed. It's cool, people. Alright, this is the main hall here. It's actually much bigger than what I thought it would be. Much more crowded than I thought it would be. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty scary. Check out Storm. That is incredible. That's really cool, Sally. The Silent Hill Nurse. Very cool. Amazing. Who are you gonna call? We're gonna give a female Rick and a female Daryl. No body paint. Here's Leatherface. This is where everybody's signing autographs. It is way hot in here, crowded, it kind of stinks. It's a regular con. And that's Annabelle from The Conjuring. And Ray Lewis. Stephen Piercy from Rat. Oh, and behind there is Ken Page. He's the voice of Oogie Boogie. This giant line is for everybody waiting to get in line for autographs for the Walking Dead cast. So, I don't think that's happening today for me. And here you get free video games again, which seems to be a common theme in Central Florida. very cool, mostly horror related. Walking Dead pinball. It's really awesome. This is crazy. Whoa. Oh no, looks like the Walking Dead panel's getting out at the same time. It's crazy pandemonium. I thought that's the room that we were in, but we got to get to that room for Nightmare Before Christmas. The crowd coming out is endless. Ah, yes, there's yet another Daryl. It's a good thing nobody thought about dressing up like Daryl. There's so few of them here. Basically, if you're going to dress up for anything, Daryl is like the Elsa equivalent for Frozen for little kids. Hi, this guy from Resident Evil that's waiting online in full gear. Umbrella Corporation for the win. This guy's from Legends. And they're still coming out. Zombies and humans living in peace and harmony side by side. This is an amazing costume.
Alright, why don't we just go straight on out?
Amazing. There goes E.T. crowd surfing. Ah, nice to know now. The general line for Nightmare Before Christmas is outside in the sun. Tell everybody as they've been waiting here. Your costume is amazing. Get Olaf's head severed. That's incredible. Good news, everybody. Here comes the WWE.
He's soft. Please care.
Thank you so much for joining us. These folks are crazy about you, about the movie. Here we are.
Is that screaming on cue?
Here we are, 20 years after the fact. And probably
Is it 20?
Yeah. And
40.
and then I'm assuming a couple years because of just production.
The movie took, what, 2 years, 2.5 years?
At least. I know it's just a year recording stuff.
Right.
Without all that.
Right.
Are you as amazed as I am that it has, as you said, it has grown in popularity? It is more popular today than when it initially released.
Absolutely. I mean, it did well enough when it came out, but it was nothing near what it is now. And it continues to escalate, I think, from what I'm told by everybody.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think what's happened is that a lot of people watched it. A lot of you were kids when you first watched it, right? And a lot of you are old enough now that you're watching it with your kids. That's the way it happens.
In various different means, either video games. I think both of you have done the Kingdom Hearts. And did you do the Infinity?
I don't remember. They just call me and they
was
stick the copy in front of me and I go, oh, okay.
I was
Jack now, again. Yes, I remember now. Yes, all you have to do is remind me. My wife and I call it Sumheimers. Not all of them, but that's just some.
So, other than reprising your roles right now, what is keeping you busy? I know that you're at if you want to see Ken, he's not artist in residence, but you often do productions in St. Louis at the Muni, correct?
I do. I started my career there when I was 18, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. And I've been lucky enough to go back there now for the past 20 years. I think I've missed one summer. and do lots of roles in lots of musicals that you've all heard of or seen. Fortunately for me, a lot of them I get to do a sort of what they call non-traditional casting, like Mr. Bumble and Oliver and Colonel Pickering and My Fair Lady, things that I wouldn't necessarily be cast in as an African American. But being how it's my home, they have allowed me to do that there, which has been really terrific.
So this is the hometown discount?
Yes, exactly.
I'm starting work on a new musical in New York the following week by a guy by the name of Dave Malloy, who did a Broadway show last year called Pierre, Natasha, and the Great Comet of 1812. And that show was based on a chapter of War and Peace, and it was a musical that was kind of like a pop opera. This show is about Rachmaninoff, the great Russian pianist and composer.
Pretty amazing. And there's the line for the Walking Dead autographs again. Holy macaroni. Here you go. Old school Jason. Very cool. I like that even Michael Myers has to wait to get up the aisle. Stalking. Just stalking. Yeah, most of these people that are signing back here again. Torben Bell. Holy macaroni. I don't know what's scarier.
Yeah, he had to put it on.
And we're stuck on the conga line. There's Tara Reid. The Sharknado. She looks pretty good. A little tired. Oh, this is the guy everybody knows, but can never remember his name. And his name is Lachlan Monroe. Now you know from now on. That guy was awesome in that in Roxbury. I'm sure you guys must have seen that. And the wrestling guys are probably the most popular people here. They got a Roddy Piper guy to join them now. So there's a bigger crowd for the wrestling guys than for Stephen Piercy over here over my shoulder. Wrestling guys, huge crowd. Stephen Piercy. So these guys have some really amazing makeup. Hey, well, Michael Rooker just walked past me when I wasn't paying attention. I had the camera out. Dog out too. Sad panda. And there's Hellboy. And another Day of the Dead. Everything's okay. Batman's gonna be here. It's never ending. I like all these red markings on the ground. They kind of look like the springs from Donkey Kong. Look at those signs really quick. Doesn't it look like elect plankton? Yeah, SpongeBob. Hey everybody, I know we do horrible transitions here, but we're going to a Petrified Forest. Altamont Springs, I guess? It's kind of like on the border of Castleberry, Florida, and Altamont Springs, but it's a haunted trail. They've got 2 haunted trails this year, and we've been here every year for the last few years. It's really awesome. Whoa, that guy should totally play for the Magic. By the way, we've been online for about half an hour now. We still got that much further to go. Pro tip, don't be an idiot like us. Buy your tickets online if you're coming here, so you can just walk right up and hand them your ticket and cash it in. We didn't do that. Warning, warning. You will experience intense lighting. No running, no video or flash photography. So these are the prices. We're going to try to do both trails tonight. So it's $25. You can do all kinds of things like backstage tours and laser tag and all that kinds of stuff. So one thing they added this year that they didn't do previously is that they take pictures of you when you're in the house. That's pretty cool. You got a band that plays here. So one of the cool things that they do is they give you a color. I know you can't see because it's dark, but they give you a color to wait, and they spin the wheel or keep moving it. Once it gets to your color, that's when you can get in line. And when you're in line, it's usually like another half an hour or so. You know what I like right off the bat? Which, of course, I don't want to nitpick, but they spelled Q wrong. And it's only the biggest sign that you're waiting for. So it's kind of funny to me. Incredibly difficult to see because it's so dark out. But just to give you a little bit of history about this house, this started out as a local thing. It's still a local haunt, but it was very small and family driven, and it just continued to keep growing every year to the point of how large it is now. I mean, if you guys want the full history, I would suggest going to a Petrified Forest website. I'll put the link down below. There are a bunch of YouTube videos as well, but this is massive compared to what they started doing initially, and it was just because they loved Halloween, which is awesome. I know it's completely pitch black, but that was a lot of fun. And I think the reason why they made it two things this year is because it was a lot shorter than it was last year. Harry got scared more than one time.
Yes, I did.
It is scary. They're on the floor, they're in the air, they're around the trees, they're in the trees, they're everywhere. And that's us. Oh, now we're gone. So we did. What did you think?
I thought it was great.
I think the second maze might have been a little bit better than the first. I don't really know. There were high points in both.
Yeah, there were.
It's really scary, so if you come out, be prepared because you will get scared.
Yes, you will.
At least 1 or 2 times, or more, probably more.
You can't see anything.
So those 2 mazes were crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think I screwed up before and I wasn't sure if I hit the button or not when I was recording because anyway, I don't know how to work a camera, what do you know? But just to give you an idea of how scary it was, the second house that we went in had a family of 5 or so that were in the party. 3 kids and like 2 adults. One of the kids looked like they was about maybe like 11, 12 years old or so. Absolutely screaming hysterics after being in there for about 5 minutes and had to beg to be let out. And they let them out through like a trap door, or safety door. The rest of the family continued on, and they probably were in the house for maybe another 5 or so minutes. They asked us to go in front of them so that we would get the scares, and they wouldn't. But I think everybody knows when you go to a haunted house, they're going to find the people that are scared. They're not going to go after me. They typically go after Mary. I did get scared a couple of times, but in any event, the other 3 folks, they had to bail as well because they were screaming. There was a teenage girl that literally was in hysterics crying because she was that scared. It's scary. We take our Halloween really seriously here. If you want a good scare, Petrified Forest.
Oh yeah.
It's our crazy Saturday night. It means we've got to go sandwiches for Wawa. By the way, Jessie's back home now.
Yay.
We had to go pick her up. Where were you?
At homecoming.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Did you dance?
Yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
Oh my.
It hurt.
Oh.
My stomach hurts for a minute.
Oh no. Will you be okay for Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna power through it? Alright. So we're gonna eat a very late dinner. We've got these turkey sandwiches from Wawa that have turkey, stuffing, cranberry on them. And they're pretty awesome. I think they're called a turkey gobbler. So I'm going to get up and get set to eat this stuff. And on that note, I'm going to sign off for the night. So thanks as always for all the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Today was a lot of fun. Tomorrow's Halloween Horror Nights. It's going to be awesome.